Hello students, welcome to the video tutorial of Informatics Practices of class 12th. Today we'll be discussing the third part of the chapter MySQL Revision Tour. So in the previous video tutorials we have discussed how we can create some SQL tables inside a particular database, okay, and we have also saw that how we can use some particular instances for the name of the student and the roll numbers, okay. So whatever the columns as the field we want, we can insert inside the table, and the number of records, it can be one at a time also and multiple records at the same time also, okay. So today we'll be discussing about some SQL constants, that is the not null constant, unique constant, default constants, okay. So let's find out how we can do these things. So let's begin. Let's go to our MySQL first. Here we're going to type MySQL. We'll open up the interface for MySQL. Enter your password as per your particular installation. For my system, I've entered my password. Now we are having the interface of MySQL here. Let's start our coding first. So in the previous video tutorial, I taught you already that how you can check whether your database is already existing or not. So let's check whether our database is there. So let's first find out with this command show databases. So we have written show databases and we have pressed enter here. Here we are getting the information of all the databases we have created, okay. So according to our need, we need this school database, okay. So we'll be changing this database and tables should be created inside this database only, okay. So let's first of all try to create a table inside this as school databases. So first of all you need to use this database, use school semicolon, press enter and you'll get the command database change, okay. This output is there, that means now you are inside this school database and now you can create the table as per your need, okay. So let's try to create a table. We will write create table student, and after this we can write this also. We will be writing the name of the fields which we want inside this table, okay. So first we want as roll underscore number, so let's put this roll underscore number, and then let's make it not null, okay. So first of all we want to give the data type of this, that is the integer, and then we'll provide it with the not null constant, okay. Let's try to find out what will happen with this not null constant. So first of all we are entering this not null, okay, and then comma, the rest of the fields are required, that is the means it can be the name of the student, okay, and its age also, okay. So let's find out. We are entering the next field, that is the name. So we are adding this name and it can be of varchar type. Let's suppose the size is 15, so varchar 15 comma, and also we want this to be having the field name as age also, okay. So age obviously it will be of type integer, age integer, okay, and then close this bracket, semicolon, and you're going to press enter and you're getting the output query, okay, 0 rows affected. Let's see what changes are there inside this table. So yesterday only I've told you that you can check the fields of the table by using this command describe student semicolon, as the name of the table is student here. So describe student, here you are getting the output roll underscore number int 11. So it is showing no in null. Why? Because we have given the command here roll underscore number integer not null, okay. So this not null is symbolizing that you have to fill the values inside this particular field. If you are not going to fill any value, then it will show you error, okay. I'll show you how to enter this, okay. I'll be telling you by inserting a record also, so you will find out that thing. You can see here name is varchar and the size is 15 and age is of integer type and the default size is given as 11. So null is allowed in this, default is allowed in in all of the fields. Okay, so let's try to insert a record in this. Okay, this insert into table name, that is the student, insert into student, then values, inside the values will fill the details. So it cannot be null. Okay, so let's leave this value and let's find out what are the rest of the records showing. Okay, so first of all, let's give the names of the columns also here, that we are going to leave this column and we are going to insert the values inside the particular fields. So insert into student name and comma age, and then values, and then inside this values we are going to pass the values for name and age only. Okay, so for the name we are passing, suppose abc, any name you can give, and for age I am passing suppose 18. Okay, we are closing this bracket, the semicolon, and we are going to press enter. See, here you are getting an error 1364 field roll underscore number doesn't have a default value. Okay, so why it is showing this error? Because you cannot leave it null. Okay, you need to give some value for the roll underscore number. Okay, in the previous video tutorial, if you are not inserting the record inside that particular field, it was taking it by default as null, but here you cannot leave it as null because you have given your command that roll underscore number integer not null here. Okay, so because of that this error is coming, so you cannot leave this field. Okay, you have to fill a particular value inside this roll underscore number. Okay, so let's check, insert into student. Now let's give the field name roll underscore number, and now let's leave this field of name. Okay, because in name null is allowed. Okay, but for roll underscore number the particular field cannot be left empty, so it was showing an error. Now let's try to find out if we are leaving this name, what is going to occur. Okay, so roll underscore number comma age, and in this we are going to provide the values, and in values we are going to write the particular entries for the roll number and the age. So for the roll number, let's enter the value as suppose 2. Okay, and for the age we are passing the value as 17. Okay, and let's press semicolon here and let's see what is it. Now see, you are getting query. Okay, one row affected. Why this time it has worked? It is because this age and the roll number, okay, both of them is having the value, only you're not given value in this name field, but name was having no restriction for the null, so here null was allowed. You can see here it was yes, so that's why it is being taken as a null. Now if you want to check, you can check also. I told you yesterday only that how you can check this. Right, select asterisk from student semicolon. You see, here you are getting the values. Okay, so roll underscore number is 2, name is null because you haven't given anything in the name field, but in age you are given 17, so you are getting the values accordingly. Okay, now let's try to work over the primary key. Okay, how we can insert a primary key? So there are two options: either you can insert the primary key in the beginning only when you are creating the table, or if you have already created your SQL table, you can also alter the table and you can add a primary key inside your table. Now here in our situation, we have already created our table and we have not given any primary key in this table, so here we need to go for the second option, that is for the alteration of the table. So let's find out how we can add a primary key inside this table. Primary key already I have told you in the previous video tutorials, where I have discussed in slides, where I have informed you all about the keys, about the primary key, about the foreign key, about the composite key and all. Okay. So you can see that previous video tutorial and you will understand what is primary key. Okay, so here we are not going to discuss what is primary key, we are just trying to see how we can create the primary key inside the SQL table. Okay, so let's alter this table. Alter table, and name of the table is student. So alter table student, and then you want to add a primary key in this, so you can add primary key, and primary key with the name of the field. Okay, so here we want the primary to be roll underscore number. Okay, so here we are going to give the field name, that is roll underscore number. Okay, and press semicolon and then press enter. See, here you are getting query. Okay, 0 rows affected. Okay, that means your command is working. Now let's see what is the change in the table. Again, we can describe this table. See, you need to compare this with this result, the earlier result with the described student. Here no field was marked in the key. Okay, so let's find out what will happen now. Let's write the command describe student semicolon. Here you go. Now compare this table which we got, and now this one. Here in key field it was empty, nothing was given in the key, but here now roll underscore number is a primary key. Okay, so primary key is going to uniquely identify all the details of the roll numbers. Okay, so it has to be unique. Okay, if you are not having the unique entries inside the roll underscore number, it will create a problem. Okay, let's check whether it is working or not. Let's try to insert a new record inside this table and with the same roll number, that is roll number 2. Okay, so let's see whether it is working or not. Insert into student, then values, and in values we are giving the name of the, means first of all the roll number, and we want the roll number to be 2 again, because we need to check whether this uniquely identifying the table or not. So 2 comma, the name of the student can be anything. Let's take it as suppose beneath. So here the name is beneath, comma, we need to give the age, and age suppose it is 25. Okay, press semicolon and press enter. See, you are having an error, duplicate entry 2 for primary key. Okay, so that only I told you that if any record has been inserted with the primary key, you cannot duplicate the values inside this, because primary key is used for uniquely identifying the table. Okay, but since in the name and age you haven't created any problems, that is no key has been created for the name and age, so for the name and age the duplicate entries are possible. Okay, let's try to duplicate the entry in the name field. Already we have this record inserted. Okay, that is the roll number is 2, name is null, and age is 17. Let's try to just insert a value inside this table, and let's duplicate this age again. Okay, let's see whether it is accepting the duplicate entry of age or not. So we are writing this command, insert into student, and then values. Let's give the roll number a different now, 1 comma, name we want to give this time. Let's take it beneath again. Okay, and not duplicate the entry for this age column. Okay, so age already 17 is stored. Now we want to give this age as well as 17. So 17 and semicolon, and we press enter, and here you go. Now the query is accepted. It is showing that query okay, 1 row affected. Okay, so now you can see here that the duplicate entry problem was only for the primary key. Okay, and since this age column was not marked as any key, so it has accepted the particular duplicate values also. Okay, so I think you must have understood about this constant, about the primary key, how you can create the primary key and what is the use of the primary key, and also you must have understood about this not null constant. Okay, so if you want that the entry should not be left blank, it should have some particular values, you can give this. Okay, one more option is there. If you want some particular field to be used with the same entries for each record. Okay, so you can set a default value also. For example, if we want all the entries in age to be 17 only, okay, whatever the records we are going to give, if you want the age to be 17, we can use the default constant also. Okay, we'll be discussing that also. Let's insert some multiple records inside this table. Okay, and let's try to find out if we can do that or not. Okay, so also this, by using this alter command, you can add a new field inside this table. Okay, so as per this table you are having these three fields: roll underscore number, name and age. Now suppose if we want to add a new field, that is the phone number. Okay, or suppose if we want the class to be added inside this table, let's take the class example only, it will be beneficial for us to be used here, because we can set a default value for class for each and every records also. So first of all, let's insert 3 4 more records inside this table. Okay, and then we will set a particular, means we'll add a new field, that is the class, and we'll set a default value for all the classes. Okay, so let's first insert some records. Insert into student. This time we'll add this values. Okay, let's have roll number 3 here. Name is suppose Shubham, so we have written the name Shubham, then comma, we are adding the age here. Let's suppose the age is 18. Okay, and if you want more entries, I've told you already that how you can insert multiple entries. So we are inserting here multiple entries. The next entry is 4, comma, suppose the next name is Aditya, so Aditya, comma, its age is suppose 19. Okay, and one more entry if we want, you can enter that also. Roll number 5, the name is suppose Gaurav, then it is age is suppose 20. Okay, and we are pressing semicolon here, and we are going to press enter. Now you have got 3 records inserted in this table. Okay, so already one record was there. Let's check out what are the entries inside this table. So select asterisk and then followed by this from name of the table, that is the student. So select asterisk from student, semicolon, and here you go, you are having these records. Okay, now I've told that we want to insert a new field inside this table, so that is possible by adding it with the help of alter table command. So let's alter this table. Alter table student, and we want new column name to be suppose the class, as we have discussed. So alter table student, add, and let's add a column name here, this class, and its data type, suppose we want it to be in the form of integer only, so integer. Okay, followed by a semicolon, then we'll press enter, and now see, we've got a class here. Okay, now see, by default there is no problem, it will insert null records. You can check also. Select asterisk from student, here you go. In the class column you are seeing that all the entries are null because we haven't provided any particular value. Okay, but if we want a particular default value to be inserted, we can do that. Okay, and let's find out how we can do that also. So let's try to alter it and let's check whether it is working or not. Okay, let's check it. Alter table, and the name of the table is student. Alter table student, and we want to give some changes. Alter table student, and the name of the column, that is class, Let's give it a particular value default as default. Suppose the class is 12th for everyone. Let's see whether it is working or not. I'm not sure it will work or not. Let's try to check it. Alter table student class default 12. Okay, here we press enter. Now see, you have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual that corresponds to your MySQL server version for the right syntax to use near class default 12 at line 1. Okay, so if you want to create some default values, you need to give the default values in the beginning only. Okay, so if you are going to leave that record also, it will give some particular value inside that table. Okay, now here this problem is occurring because we are not entered it properly. If we want to manipulate it, we can do it also. Okay, that is possible by using the modify. Okay, so in the next video tutorials we'll be talking that how we can change that records, okay, by using that manual entries and by modifying the SQL table. Okay, also here if we want to select the records as per our need, we will use the where command, that is where clause of the SQL. By using that, we can select particular records from the SQL tables. Suppose if we want to check whether means how many students are there who are of age, suppose 17. Okay, so we can do that here. As we can see in our table, we are having two records, this Vineet and this null. Okay, we can do that, and we can also change this name here. If we this name is not there, we can change it. Okay, let's first try to change that name. Alter table student, add, let's add a new column phone number also here. Alter table student, add new field name, that is phone underscore number, and we want the data type to be integer. Okay, semicolon. You got the new record here, you can check it. Select asterisk from student. Here you go, we're having null entries in this class and in this entry as a phone number. Okay, so here we have inserted these records. Now we'll be taking these records only in the next video tutorials, and we'll try to check whether we can modify these records of class and phone number or not, and whether we can change the name from null to particular value or not. Okay, so till then, take care. Thank you, students.